Hey, do you get the "I want to talk to my spouse" objection, and would you like to know to get a few ideas how you could handle it? If so, watch this video because I'm going to give you a few tips. And my name is Edita. I'm from VIE now, and I talk about moving away from those impractical and intimidating old school techniques that don't really work or are very inefficient to a way to attract prospects and customers to you instead, meaning living without hidden agenda, without scripted relationships, without feeling salesy. So objection handling is one of the things that we network marketers need to learn. Either we try to, want to recruit somebody into our team, or in business in general, people, when we talk to them, they tend to have all sorts of explanations or excuses why they wouldn't do something, which usually means something different, lack of trust usually, but people do have real objections or real fears, and it's not just about actually just trying to convince them to join us, but it's also helping them to understand what the whole thing is about and what the expectations are. So if you get the I want to talk to my spouse objection, it's quite a tough one. It's kind of a funny one, but it's also a tough one because you don't want to be somebody kind of breaking into someone's relationship, or causing some sort of a damage to someone's relationship. So it's a subtle one, but I want to give you a kind of a 2 years 3-step for 2 years framework, and the main goal of this framework is to get to the bottom of whether it's a real objection or it's just an excuse that they don't want your offer. So what you're gonna say when somebody says, let's say you're talking to Sean, and Sean says, this sounds interesting, but I want to talk to my spouse, and you can say, well, I appreciate you guys make decisions together. I appreciate you want to share this with your wife before making any next steps. But help me out here. I just want to understand if you really want to talk to her, or do you think this is not for you? And Sean might say, I really just want to talk to her. So if she says yes, are you sure you really want this? Yeah, definitely. Are you sure? Yes. So now that if one of these answers is a no, then it's clear that either Sean doesn't really want it, or he has something else, other reasons, or another objection that you will be addressing differently then. But if we've established that Sean really wants to talk to his wife, and in many cases, families, especially if investment is required of some sort, fair enough, couples tend to make these kind of decisions together. That's a valid reason to talk to your spouse, So if we establish that it's really a yes, they really want to, Sean really wants to talk to his wife, so we kind of have a couple of options. So the first option is this. So you can say something like this to Sean, one needs to be really, really smart to remember, you know, at least half of what I've just showed you. So it'd be best if you could invite your wife to talk to me and you, and we can get through, we can talk this through together, and you guys, you can make a decision together. After I explain this stuff, she hears about this stuff from me. So that's one thing. And the other option is, well, look, I mean, what we can do is fill out the application now, or I'll take your details because you really you want to start. You can decide to just give me your details, and then when you go home and you talk to your wife, and if she completely freaks out and she doesn't like the sound of it, I'll throw your details away, and we'll pretend this never happened. How about that? And then you can move into telling a story if you have one, and a lot of people have. And telling a story, one story could be a story about, somebody or yourself, about actually making it your own decision. Because you can also say to Sean, look, I'm sure you've made your own decisions without talking to your wife before. And you can tell a story about, say, how you made a decision, or somebody who made a decision by themselves, and look where they are at now. So, or a story about somebody who didn't make a decision and now they regret, because they are still struggling in their job, they are still struggling with lack of time, and so on. So, for example, I do have a story. When I first got involved in my network marketing opportunity, my partner could have been easily labeled as network marketing hater, and it wasn't a bad thing. He was trying to protect me, but he was strictly no. He was just against it. He didn't understand network marketing. He thought it was a scam. He did so much. He put so much effort in trying to convince me I shouldn't do it. But I had been involved in network marketing before I met him, and I understood the industry. I knew I was right, I didn't listen, and we had made a decision with him that I would stay at home to be with my daughter. So I was looking for a way to escape my 9 to 5, anyway. And now look where I'm at now. Not only am I running an amazing business, but I'm also teaching other network marketers, and my everything went through the roof, and he now understands what I'm doing. He appreciates that. He knows, he sees all the different things that I'm learning, and I'm telling him about what I'm learning a lot. He's becoming, he has a good understanding of what it is now. If I hadn't made my own decision back then, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So you might have a story of your own, or maybe somebody else's, and it's worth telling as well, to kind of fortify your point that Sean maybe would be able to make his own decision if he truly believes that this could do good for his and his family's life. Because his wife at the end of the day might not even understand, especially if Sean tries to explain everything to her by himself. Most probably he won't be able to explain that to her, the same way. and you know, with all the same details and big picture. So that was me for today. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you got value out of this video, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's Monday tomorrow again. I'll be talking to you again about something else, potentially another objection, we'll see. Anyway, thanks very much and talk to you soon.